You kept it quiet like a secret between your smile and your breath. I tried to act like I was fine, but I felt it in my chest. Ooh. Late nights turning into morning, still we never said a word, but every look across the table said more than what we heard. Maybe we've been dancing around the truth too long. Just say love if your voice shakes a little, if the timing feels wrong, if it stays in the middle. Ooh, just say love. I don't need it perfect or loud, just something real right now, before it slips away somehow. Your hand brushing mine by accident stayed a second longer there, like the world forgot to interrupt us, like it didn't even care. We laughed at nothing in particular, but it felt like something true. Every silence in between us was just waiting for you. All these moments building up to something we won't ignore. Just say love if your voice shakes a little, if the timing feels wrong, if it stays in the middle. Ooh, just say love. I don't need it perfect or loud, just something real right now, before it slips away somehow. We don't need forever promise, we don't need the whole world clear, just this second, just this feeling, just you standing here. Just say love, let it fall between us quietly, let it land where it belongs, right here with me. Just say love, and I'll meet you where you are. Just say love, and that's enough. Yeah. Da 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 da. Your coffee went cold by the staircase rail while you talked about a movie scene. Sunday sunlight on the grocery bags rolling slowly off the seat. Bikes passing with the speakers loud, someone singing out of key. Fresh bread sitting on the countertop, still warming up the room. Quiet afternoons like this can pull the weight out of the air. Car grinning again, walking home through the afternoon. Something in the air felt different, like the world got easier to move through. Car grinning again, laughing before I knew why. Golden colors on the buildings, making strangers look kind tonight. Phone vibrating inside the jacket pocket. Friends deciding where to eat. Late sun hanging on the basketball court, painting orange on the street. Ice cubes fading in the soda glass, slow songs drifting from upstairs. You brush crumbs off the tabletop like time stretched longer there. All the smaller parts of life started glowing at once. Caught grinning again, walking home through the afternoon. Something in the air felt different, like the world got easier to move through. Caught grinning again, summer breeze against the signs. Train lights sliding through the distance, soft against the fading sky. Caught grinning again, long after the daylight left. Talking underneath an apartment glow, forgetting all the stress. Caught grinning again, like the heart remembered how ordinary days can turn beautiful when happiness slips in around us. Missed the train by seconds again, so I walked instead. Tiny bakeries closing early, golden signs ahead. Music drifting from an apartment, falling through the street. Warm air wrapping through the building, soft against the heat. For a moment, everything felt far less loud. Maybe life gets lighter, slowly, like the sky after the rain. Heavy thoughts keep moving on, we're changing shape from day to day. Breathing room inside the silence, little sparks inside the gray. Turns out healing looks a lot like getting through an ordinary day. Message from a distant number, hope your week feels kind. Coffee stain across the notebook, still fading with time. Couple laughing near the crosswalk like they knew the way. While the sunset touched the rooftop, softening the day. Something in the evening air held my shoulders dry. Maybe life gets lighter, slowly, like the sky after the rain. Heavy thoughts keep moving on, we're changing shape from day to day. Breathing room inside the silence, little sparks inside the gray. Turns out healing looks a lot like getting through an ordinary day. Quiet progress keeps unfolding, hidden underneath the dark. Tiny shifts inside the routine, leading somewhere warm at heart. Strange, tiny pieces start aligning while the seasons drift and change. Breathing room inside the silence, windows open to the breeze. Turns out peace can find a person in the smallest things they keep. You stood there by the counter light, talking slow like time could wait. I tried to act like nothing changed, but my hands gave it away. You smiled like it wasn't planned, like it came and slipped right through. I nodded just a little too late, like I always seem to do. Something in the air got lighter, something in me moved a bit. Falling poles, when you look my way, it gets harder to explain what I feel inside. Falling poles, like the world is slightly off each second you are close. I forget how to hide. a quiet corner. No reason to be near, but every step felt louder than anything I hear. You talked about the weather like it meant nothing at all, while my thoughts were getting faster, trying not to fall. Even simple conversations start to feel like something more. Falling pause when you look my way, it gets harder to explain what I feel inside. Falling pause like the world is slightly off each second you are close. I forget how to hide. Confession in the silence, promise in the air, just a feeling getting stronger every time you're there. Falling pause, I can feel it coming through, all the little things you do pull me out of place. Falling pause, and I don't know what to say, so I stay a little longer in this quiet state. I try to look the other way, like nothing changed at all. But every small distraction still led me to your call. Even in the quiet moments when I'm not thinking much, your name comes back so easy, like it's written in my touch. I kept it somewhere hidden, but it never went away. It's always you in the middle of the silence, in the space between my thoughts when I'm trying to deny it. It's always you, even when I lose a view. Every path I take brings me close to you. I watch the way you smile, like I've seen it for years, but it still feels real inside. Every time you appear, I told myself it's nothing, just a passing kind of mood. But even when I move on, it still feels like you. No matter how I drift away, you stay inside me too. It's always you in the middle of the silence, in the space between my thoughts when I'm trying to deny it. It's always you, even when I lose a view. Every path I take brings me close to you. Not a sudden kind of falling, not a moment I could trace, just a quiet understanding I can't seem to erase. It's always you, and I don't need to question what I already know inside. Feels like the only direction. Ooh, running in the truth. Every version of my story always ends with you. You look my way for a second, like nothing needed to be said. Coffee steam between us rising, slowly fading into red. We stood there by the corner shop, no reason to move along. Traffic fading in the background like it didn't quite belong. Some moments don't ask for meaning, they just stay the way they are. You just smile and everything felt lighter. No words needed in the air. You just smile like the world got a little quieter, and I stayed right there. You just smiled and it stayed inside my mind. Long after the moment passed, you just smiled. You just smiled. Paper bags and rainy sidewalks, we walk without a plan. Every step a little closer than we ever talked about. Then you laughed at something simple. I forgot what it was about, but it stayed a little longer than the moment coming out. Some things don't need explaining, they just find a place to stay. You just smile and everything felt lighter. No words needed in the air. You just smile like the world got a little quieter, and I stayed right there. You just smiled and it stayed inside my mind. Long after the moment passed, you just smiled. You just smiled. Nothing big enough to name it, nothing heavy in the heart. Just a second turn to stillness that refused to fall apart. You just smile, and I still feel it coming back in the quiet of the day. You just smile, and somehow it stayed like that in a simple, gentle way. You just smiled and I never looked away. You just smile. Rain marks drying on the hallway floor. Late night tea between our hands, quiet humming from the fan, dim light settling through the room. You lean back into the couch, tracing patterns on my arm, soft shadows across the ceiling, keeping everything calm. Long days come and go, still we find our way back home. Never too far, even when the weeks move fast. Even when the sky turns dark, you're still somewhere close to me. Never too far, through the noise and changing days, like a light that softly stays, waiting through the quiet with me. Morning sunlight across the table, half-read books beside the glass, laundry turning down the hallway, slowly pulling time ahead. You laugh softly at the kettle, singing louder than it should. Air drifting through the curtains, making everything feel good. Something settle in the heart without asking for a reason. Never too far, even when the weeks move fast, even when when the sky turns dark, you're still somewhere close to me. Never too far, through the noise and changing days, like a light that softly stays, waiting through the quiet with me. Streetlights fading near the station, last train fading in the night. Still your hand fits into mine, like it always knew the way. Never too far, through the seasons moving on, through the low and brighter nights, you still feel like steady ground. Never too far, close enough to hear you breathe, holding on to what we found, while the world keeps spinning round.
Your hand brushing through my sleeve as the evening cooled the street. Paper landing, swaying slowly near the corner fruit boutique. White sneakers tapping puddles left behind from afternoon rain. Couples talking near the station while the sky turned violet gray. Long way home tonight, still neither of us turned around. Soft sidewalks underneath our steps, street glow dancing on your hair. Late night air between the buildings, pulling us through everywhere. Soft sidewalks after sunset, warm hands hidden in your coat, laughing at the smallest moments, like the night was ours alone. Steam rising from the noodle shop, mixing with the cooling breeze. Old posters peeling near the alley, rustling softly with the leaves. You kept humming half a chorus from a song stuck in your head, while the crosswalk numbers flickered, painting colors on your face. Slow conversations drifting further than the avenue light. Soft sidewalks underneath our steps, street glow dancing on your hair. Late night air between the buildings, pulling us through everywhere. Soft sidewalks after sunset, warm hands hidden in your coat, laughing at the smallest moments, like the night was ours alone. Passing trains beyond the rooftops, taxi lights along the curb. Summer leaning on the skyline, soft enough to blur the world. Soft sidewalks underneath us, orange light across the town. Walking close without a reason, still not wanting to slow down. Soft sidewalks after sunset, midnight settling through the trees, side by side into the distance, like a scene that wanted to stay.
We learned each other slowly, through the mess and through the calm. Some days felt like holding glass, some days felt like home. You saw me at my quietest, I saw you lose your ground. Still we stayed inside the moment when everything slowed down. Nothing perfect ever promised, still we never let it go. We're still choosing us, even when asleep but still awake. Every silence never empty, just a space we learned to take. You reached out without a reason, I stayed closer than before. Not because it was easy, but it mattered more. Some connections don't get louder, they just stay and understand. We're still choosing us, even when the world feels loud, even when the timing's hard, even when it's not allowed. We're still choosing us, through the cracks and through the dust. Every version of the story, still it leads us back to trust. No big promises forever, no pretending we are strong. Just two hearts that keep on learning, where they both belong. We're still choosing us, after everything we've been through. All the quiet conversations, still they bring me back to you. We're still choosing us, even when it feels unclear. Still we're standing here, and that's enough for us to choose. You went quiet through the evening, tracing circles on the cup. Streetlights sliding on the ceiling while the rain was easing up. Keys forgotten near the doorway, long week written on your face. I stay sitting by the kitchen, giving silence room to stay. Some days lean a little heavier than anybody plans. Take your time, you don't have to carry everything tonight. The noise outside a while, let the world slow down beside you. Take your time, even tired hearts can find their rhythm back. One small breath and one more laugh can pull the color through the dark. Morning air around the balcony, fresh coffee on the stove, neighbors watering their flowers while the morning drifted slow. You finally smiled without forcing it, watching pigeons near the wire. Sunlight warming up the table, soft against your tired eyes. Life keeps turning quietly, even after harder days. Take your time, you don't have to carry everything tonight. Leave the noise outside a while, let the world slow down beside you. Take your time, even tired hearts can find their rhythm back. One small breath and one more laugh can pull the color through the dark. Passing trains beyond the buildings, late clouds drifting out of sight. Nothing perfect in the moment, still it felt a little lighter. Take your time, side by side until the air feels clear again. Through the highs and heavier days, I'll be somewhere close beside you. Take your time, evening glow fading into dawn, holding on to quieter hope until the weight grows small. kitchen playing. Blue shirt drying by the fan. Sunlight drifting through the hallway, resting softly on your hands. Buses groaning down the avenue. Someone skating past the bank. Fresh fruit stacked outside the market. Summer leaning through the shade. Pieces of the afternoon started falling into place. The day feels kind. Warm breeze moving through the room. Time stretching a little wide. Golden hours arriving soon. The day feels kind. Soft gold hanging in the sky. People laughing as they pass, like the whole world slowed a while. Cold drinks sweating on the table. Cards and coins beside the keys. Phone screens glowing with old photos from forgotten weekends at the beach. Laundry turning in the background. Neighbors watering their plants. Long shadows crossing parking spaces painted by the afternoon. Something simple in the air made the noise feel softer now. The day feels kind. Warm breeze moving through the room. Time stretching a little wide. Golden hours arriving soon. The day feels kind. Soft gold hanging in the sky. People laughing as they pass, like the whole world slowed a while. Paper lanterns by the rooftop. Taxi lights beside the curb. Ice melting slowly in a glass cup. Late sky fading into blur. The day feels kind. Orange colors fill the night. Talking longer than we planned. Watching airplanes passing by. The day feels kind. Summer floating through the room. Ordinary moments glowing long after the daylight moves. We used to talk in small moments, like it meant nothing at all. But I kept every detail, even the way you called.
I used to look past the feeling, like it would fade with time. But something in your silence started changing my mind. We never rushed the meaning, still it found its way. You and I now, standing in the middle of it all, turning back from where we were, letting something real unfold. You and I now, like it was always meant to be. All the roads we ever took led you and I to me. I remember every distance, every moment I stayed quiet, Thinking I was fine alone, but it never felt right. Ooh.
I remember every second
I pretended not to see, but your voice kept coming closer than it should have been to me. All the things we never said
still became the truth instead.
what you done. You and I now, everything is here and clear. All the waiting in between brought us right here. You and I now, and it finally feels right. Like the world got quiet, so we could meet tonight.
You walked in like it was nothing, but everything felt new. I tried to stay composed, still I noticed you. Small talk drifting through the evening, like it always does. But I kept catching moments that felt like more than us. Maybe I'm reading too much, or maybe something's real. Keep me in mind when the day turns into night, when the noise gets too loud and you need something light. Keep me in mind, not as something far away, just a thought that stays in a quiet kind of way. You laughed a little softer when I looked your way, like you knew I noticed everything you didn't say. We stood there by the doorway, time moving slow, like neither one of us wanted to let it go. Something in the silence feels like it wants to stay. Yeah. Keep me in mind when the day turns into night, when the noise gets too loud and you need something light. Keep me in mind, not as something far away, just a thought that stays in a quiet kind of way. I don't need a promise, I don't need a sign, just a little space inside your thoughts from time to time. Keep me in mind when everything feels unclear, when the world gets heavy and you need someone near. Keep me in mind, even if it's small and kind, just a place inside your heart where I stay behind.
Late sun falling on the boulevard, windows down, we never drive too far. Old songs drifting through the afternoon, summer air feels lighter next to you. Palm trees moving in a lazy line, orange glow beneath the evening sky. Long shadows stretching past the cars, quiet evenings underneath the stars. We don't gotta talk too much, let the silence flow. Little moments shining softly while the headlights golden skies above us. Everything turns gold, laughing while the daylight melts into the road. Nothing feels too heavy when the night moves slow under golden skies. Hearts begin to flow. Cold drinks resting by the passenger side, warm wind drifting through the fading light, people disappearing out of frame. Tonight the world moves gently just the same. Street lights waking one by one again, colors blur beside the riverbank. You were smiling through your messy hair, like the whole horizon brought us there. We don't gotta chase a thing, leave the clocks behind. Seconds floating softly through the air like summer in our mind. Golden skies above us, everything turns gold, laughing while the daylight melts into the road. Nothing feels too heavy when the night moves slow. Under golden skies, hearts begin to flow. Soft glow from the dashboard lights, tiny sparks inside your eyes. Scenes keep passing slowly by, like gold film across the night. Golden skies around us, everything feels close. Music through the speakers, rolling down the coast. Holding on to moments before they drift from sight. Under golden skies, everything feels
I wasn't looking for anything, just passing through the day. Then you turned your head my way, and everything changed. It wasn't loud, it wasn't planned, just a simple moment there. But somehow I got stuck inside it, like I was caught unaware. I didn't mean to notice, but I couldn't look away. Your smile, my day, and everything just slipped away. The noise around disappeared when you smile right here. Your smile, my day, like the world forgot its way. Just 1 second in your life, and I was gone inside. People moving in the background, but they faded into blur. I don't even know your name yet, but I already prefer the way you made that moment softer without trying anything. Like the world just paused for us there, for something I can't explain. It happened in a second, but it stayed like it meant more. Your smile, my day, and everything just slipped away. The noise around disappeared when you smile right here. Your smile right day, like the world forgot its way. Just 1 second in your life, and I was gone inside. Maybe I should move on, but the moment won't fade. It keeps playing in my head, the way you look that way. Your smile, my day, and I still feel it in replay. One small smile, that's all it took to lose the way I looked. Your smile, my day, and I never walked away from the moment I first knew. It started there with